Oh, long time no see. At this point, I feel like it's been more than a week this time. And here I am, supposed to give you your weekly dose of just pure, sheery commentary. Yet I have failed you. I have failed you. I did not provide last week, but goddamn will I provide you this week. And it's on a topic that I'm pretty sure, I mean, you're here. You clicked on it. It's something, it is one of the most clickbaitable topics of all times. And I'm sure a few of you are guilty of clicking on this, or even perchance finding me through the title of this video, or at least one of the words. Today, I have decided to talk about the word, the myth, legend, femboy. That funny tag, that little label that people put on others, that funny word. I've made many spiels about it in the past. On streams, I've given my opinion before, and I've done many things about it. I've cleared things up, I've confused others, and I'm here to just tell you my thoughts, my opinions, and, you know, my own feelings on the word and exactly what it means to me. And I have horrible news. I have absolutely horrible news for some people. I know it's gonna be tragic to hear. And that is, there's a reason why I don't use the that word in my, you know, in my titles, my thumbnails, or, you know, basically at all on my ASMR channel, or I don't even think it's ever been in the title of this channel either. If it has been, it would have been of my editors, not of me, and I would probably scold them for it. I personally do not identify as a femboy. I'm sorry to say it. I do not consider myself to be a femboy at all, and often I will inform people that that's not what I call myself. That's not what I consider myself. Whenever someone comes into stream or anything like that and be like, oh my god, you're such a cute femboy, or something like that along those lines. Like, for example, the most recent clip on this channel was basically near the end of the video itself. There was a comment that popped up saying, basically, you're the only femboy that I don't consider a bottom. And then the clip did end up getting cut off. But if the clip were to continue, because I said, I have bad news for you. Either I have bad news for you or lucky for you. Basically, you didn't get to hear the ending of that. And that's me telling the person, I don't consider myself a femboy. But the clip was conveniently cut because Shizu kind of, you know, the little puppy kind of popped their head out, you know. So it ended up being a, you know, a little bit cut. It's just completely fine, of course. But yeah, I personally I don't use it for a reason, and I'm about to tell you my reasonings and why I don't consider myself to be, you know, a femboy or anything like that. I personally think, like, you want to be a femboy, that's cool. You want to use labels, that's cool. You want to feel that way about yourself. You want to say that, you know, you are yourself. That's why, I mean, like, I'm holding that to other people, so I expect people to hold that to me too. So it's like, if I'm gonna let you be whatever you want to be, you know, you could have the same courtesy, I would hope, for me as well. I consider myself to be more of a soft boy, or a comfy bunny boy, rather than femboy. I won't scold people because, you know, like, I know that some people may, you know, assume just off the bat or anything like that. But the reason why I don't really, there's probably, I would say, two big reasons why. Because when I was first a VTuber back in my wee back days, I did actually use that label. I did actually consider myself a femboy, and I used it in my titles and stuff. Like 2 years ago, like a really long time ago. And I think some things have changed, or I may have understood a little bit more, or it's just, you know, the stuff that I went through. And so let's go to the two main reasons why I don't consider myself a femboy. And you know, that'll end up going into my thoughts on the whole everything, because, you know, obviously you'll hear about it. And the first one is, I don't think I'm girly. I don't think like the whole part of femboy is feminine boy. And, you know, I don't consider myself to be feminine. I think the only things that lead to feminine would be the past. Like, I feel as though if I just had black hair, I think a lot less people would, you know, consider me feminine. I think it's just the pastel colors in general that instantly lead people into thinking feminine. Like if I had black hair, black and white hair, like imagine instead of pink, it's black and then white. I just don't think people would think of me as feminine. I think a huge portion of the reason why people think I'm feminine is just the pastel colors. Maybe maybe the flowers as well, but that's literally just because I do alchemy. Flowers are involved. I don't know. And then the whole point of the sweater plus collar combo is supposed to be comfort mixed with professionalism, because you know, back in when I was first making, you know, my VTuber and stuff like that, I was a manager. So I wanted to have both the comfort element as well as the professional and a little bit scary. And that manager position kind of changed into owner, and now I am, you know, owner of my own VTuber, owner of my own self, and, you know, owner of, like, in lore, the flower shop and stuff like that. And I personally just the way that I live, the way that I act, and the way that I, you know, kind of like have myself be as isn't what I would personally consider feminine. Like, I don't like painting my nails. I don't like wearing skirts. I don't wear, you know, feminine underwear. I have a baggy t-shirt and boxers on half the time. I don't think that my attire here, which is like just a baggy sweater and, you know, a collared shirt, I wouldn't really consider that to be feminine either, really. And like just my whole, like, my thing is more of either comfort or unhinged, chaotic, you know, stabby. I don't think my voice is very feminine. I think I have somewhat of a deeper voice. You know, I can always go deeper and do things like this. I wouldn't really consider that anywhere in the scale of feminine. And yeah, that's the first major reason is why I don't consider myself a femboy. And the second one is I am not comfortable with the term itself anymore, because while not every single femboy may be sexual, it is extremely sexualized, and most of the time the people that are clicking on the femboy tag or are coming to you for the tag femboy, whether or not, you know, the VTuber or person or anything like that may consider themselves to be, most of those times, like, they're coming through a fetish or a kink or what they enjoy or what they like, or, you know, most of the time it's not say so or wholesome reason, or just in general the term has just been sexualized. And it's in no reason or any part, like, it's just how it's been. And I got to experience this when I was using the term. I had a lot more people being lewd. I had a lot more people that were, in my opinion, being a little weird, especially because I personally am not sexual, like, at all. Like, even like the Patreon tiers that are considered to be a little sus, like, they're painted in a way where it makes sense in the lore, and I don't know, it's just not coded in me. I don't know, it's hard to explain. I of course make my sus jokes, my lewd jokes, or, you know, sometimes I do that and I play into it sometimes, but Like, especially if you go to other streamers, I would like to think that I'm definitely more of the only thing sus about me is that I have people locked in my basement and I stab people. Like, that's the most sus thing about me. But it just brought over an audience that I wasn't necessarily comfortable with. I wanted people to come to me for my personality, not come to me. Which is why even in the in my ASMR videos and stuff like that, I like literally in my ASMR videos would friend zone people in my ASMRs just so they wouldn't get the you know, the feeling of being my boyfriend, or the feeling of like, oh, this is gonna be saucy, or ooh, this is gonna be a good one, this is gonna be intense, hot, spicy tax evasion content. Yeah, that's I like actively did not feed into that. I mean, the closest thing you'd ever get to saucy for me would be like ear licking, which I even tried framing that in a non-sus way of like a mama bun licking their baby bun's ears, caring for them, cleaning after them, you know, more like motherly figure rather than like, oh yeah, let me just slobber on those ears. Oh, there, I hope you like it. You know, stuff like that. And that was one of the major issues that I had with the tag itself, was it ended up like, and obviously not everyone that enjoys or partakes in femboy culture is going to be weird or gonna be overly sexual and stuff like that. It's just the vocal ones are very noticeable, and it's just like how you know, maybe a bunch of bad apples kind of ruin the entire apple tree, you know. And you know, it's just what I've seen throughout the years and what I've seen throughout other people's communities. And I mean, like some femboys are literally just like sexual, which is like fine. You can do your own thing, have your own brand. If you want to, you know, dip your toes into that, there's a market for that. If you can market yourself well, you can do, you know, you can do whatever you want. You do stuff well. And that's on you. That's what you want to do. You do that. You have fun. You enjoy yourself. You be yourself. You do you. But it was just never for me. I tried to, with all of the content that I make, you know, whether it be ASMRs or whether it be, you know, streams, or whether it be just these videos where I'm literally talking to you, I try to be myself. Like I am like, as much as I'm playing the Shiri character, I am also just Shiri. You came here, you might have clicked on a silly clip or a little thumbnail, but if you stayed because you liked my personality. And I'm not trying to, you know, like I'm not trying to fake anything. And that's exactly why I don't use that term. Because I don't consider it to be me. I don't think it's me. And it's something that, you know, whether they meant it to or not, ended up revolving into a community that has mostly like lewd surroundings, or like lewd, like subtitles, sub taste buds of shit, you know, whatever, you know. You know what I mean, right? So that's my feelings on the topic. That's my thoughts. You're able to like whatever you like. I like cute boys. I like cute girls. I like things that are cute in general. So you want to be a femboy, you be a femboy. I just don't really I don't really see myself as one. And you know, I didn't like the community that it kind of brought. And so if I actively go against labeling it to myself, the people that are there just to be there for that title will leave. And the people that came here, maybe even from that title, won't, like, they might stay. Because, you know, they care about me, not like a title. It's like, if I'm not calling myself it and I'm not playing into it, I'm not doing anything like that, Like the only people that'll stay are the people that like me, not like what they're into, you know? I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. That's what I'm thinking. That's in Benoit's head. Benoit's a little tired right now. So my thoughts are a little jumbled, a little less collected. But this is something that I thought I could talk about. And you know, honestly, you know, having femboy in the title, that's probably gonna get clicks too. So I'm sorry if I disappoint you. I'm sorry if I disappointed you with this information as well. And that's also why I just like didn't mind. I don't mind when people call me it. And I don't mind, like, for example, I know femboy clips me sometimes, Femi. And like I even like gave him the go ahead too, because like if anyone comes to me and calls me a femboy, I can just be like, I see where you're coming from, but no. You know? So like that's why I'm fine with being clipped by, you know, femboy VTuber clips, and why I'm fine with people coming to me and being like, oh, you're a femboy, because then I can just like correct them, you know, and be like, you know, I know, I get it, but that's not what I call myself. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. That's how I feel. And that's, hopefully you can accept my feelings. I guess. And that's kind of all I had to say. I mean, oh, by the way, I guess I could slap on a few announcements, you know, just at the end of this, of course. One, if you want any, like, if you want me to talk about anything, or you guys have any ideas, or just want to hear my opinions on different stuff, especially for this week, you can always leave it in the comments. I also made a community post where you can, of course, like, post it there as well, of just like different topics that you want me to talk about. I was kind of thinking about doing it on the Incredible Circus or whatever it's called, because I did watch it and it's something that intrigues me. You know, I could always talk about lore and other stuff like that, but if there's like specific topics that you want me to talk about, I can always look into them and then form my opinion and then make a, you know, make a video out of it. So never feel scared to like comment something that you just want to hear me talk about, because I'm supposed to do these every week, you know, at least once a week. Announcement number 2, I'm not going to be streaming this week. I'm not going to be streaming for at least a week. It might be more than a week. My internet has kind of kicked the bucket, so I can't really stream without the stream dropping every 5 seconds and making my life very frustrating. The past month has not been the best of months for me. I've been working on trying to get a new ASMR setup. So basically I got a new laptop, and I had to, there's just so many different struggles that are going on. And it's like one thing after another is just not working, and I'm hoping like one thing works, like for example, me not being a PowerPoint, but you know, randomly I just turn into a PowerPoint, and I don't exactly understand why it's doing that. But yeah, that's one of the things. And then announcement 3 is I'm gonna be simulcasting soon, which means that I'm gonna be going live on both Twitch and on YouTube. Meaning, you know, you'll get a VOD here, and you can watch the VODs if you like longer form content. And if you got this far into the video, chances are you probably do. You probably do like longer form content. So maybe not. I mean, yeah, 20 minutes, that's not too bad. Well, I'm personally the type of person that likes putting on like a 3-hour, 4-hour, 5-hour long video and then falling asleep to it, and then finishing it again after falling asleep, like on the last part that I remember. So I think it would be nice to have like the, you know, the VODs, and you know, you'd be able to not move on Twitch, because I know for a really long time I would only be on YouTube. Like I'd watch entire streams on YouTube, but I would never go to Twitch, because I liked YouTube. I preferred YouTube. I had always preferred YouTube. So yeah. So yeah, whenever I can like start streaming again, I'm gonna be streaming on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So that's something to look forward to. You'll be able to see that Twitch rep, that YouTube rep. You could choose a side. There was another clip that was kind of talking about it. And I'm excited to see you guys. I'm excited to see how many people show up for the YouTube stream, if any. And, you know, even if it's a low turnout, that's fine. I'm not, like, expecting much. I'm just expecting to, you know, have a nice time, have a good time. And it's always a plus to have a VOD, extra watch time, especially because watch time is kind of what we need right now. yeah, thank you guys for listening. And if you made it this far into the video, and that means you're probably subscribed. But if you're not subscribed, you should. That would be nice. I'd appreciate it. I'm still waiting for the day where this channel surpasses my ASMR channel and I am a PowerPoint again. It may never happen, especially if I start going on the ASMR grind again, but who knows? Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any ideas, make sure to comment. And that's about it. These are always fun to do. And hopefully I didn't disappoint anyone or upset anyone with my opinions on. Okay. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.